Wanderer and Argo versus Phalanx, Deserted Dragon. So yeah, coming off the guilt from that.
Hey guys, I'm Dan, Kaz's roommate. I think I got caught in his videos a couple times beforehand, but this time Kaz had to go to some friend's doctor's appointment or something like that, and he was on a deadline to finish this video. He asked me to finish it up, so here we are. Now, my only experience with this game was the same video you guys just watched, and a brief description from the piece of paper in front of me, so just bear with me here while I read it. According to this script pages Kaz had left me here, when someone is describing this game, Shadow of the Colossus, to another person interested in playing it, Phalanx will probably be one of the first things on their mind. Phalanx is the literal embodiment of what Shadow of the Colossus offers in gameplay and story, mostly for its story aspect. When you find Phalanx, he is sleeping peacefully in the middle of a giant desert, until he wakes up from his sand nap and begins flying around, enjoying the view like any couple in a hot air balloon. Afterwards, you, the player on your horse, begin shooting at the dragon minding its own business at the behest of the light spirits, who you've been obeying this entire game in order to get closer and closer to the eventual reward, your wife or girlfriend dead on a slab in the temple. See, when you shoot Phalanx's weak points, the crazy huge air sacs on the bottom of its body, Phalanx in his weakened state falls down in altitude, which allows the player to grab its wings and begin climbing once again to the sound of the kick-ass boss music in order to stab him up the ascot. A few repeats and he'll crash to the ground, dead, leaving Wander with the tendrils in order to kill him again. When you start thinking about what just happened truly, you start to get that sense of shame and overall consequence for what you've just accomplished. The possibility of Water being the monster in a game populated only by others who were just trying to live their lives, fending off this Grim Reaper wielding the magic sword who inevitably killed 50% of this world's population. The overall thought is the question of whether everything Wander has been doing up until now is worth it. Now that you've killed a giant dragon that didn't do anything to defend itself or anything to provoke Wander's killing blow. See, when you fight Phalanx, it doesn't counterattack. Ever. Its only capability is defense, and that is to either fly into the sand or to do, well, a barrel roll. And really the only thing to worry about in this fight is falling off Phalanx or missing the wing jump, because it's a long annoyance to be sure if you miss. Otherwise, this fight is spectacular, combining horse running with archery along with that amazing long jump to get onto his wing, and the run along his body is unrepeatable. Do you need more proof of Phalanx being the example of what boss fights should aim for? In the Chaos Theater's top 25 boss fights, Phalanx is proudly honored. However, I believe I need to stem my gushes a little bit, add some context to the love fest. The long jump fails that I have said are a bit stodgy, and in the way because the process by bringing Phalanx down is a longer one, just to have to repeat because of janky physics, and the lack of a bombastic threat bears it down slightly more. But the pure story aspect and what gameplay it already has definitely carries it above the standard. Now to see how far it's flied, let's head down to the charts. Gameplay. Phalanx is a dragon, so getting onto its back being the usual how-to for Shadow of the Colossus requires an aerial attack strategy, which alludes to Phalanx being kicked down and then allowing entry from its stare-riddled wing, which really makes no story context, but I'm not going to dig into that because this is the greatest thing ever. Are you kidding me? You get to jump full speed from your horse onto a moving dragon! This could only be more awesome if Phalanx was breathing fire all over the place, breathing the entire battlefield into blue fires of glory. Overall, even with the petty issues, the Phalanx fight is a categorical standout from the rest of the Colossi and deserves what it gets at 9 1/3 Triforces. Fly on, you crazy diamond. Story. I've reiterated before that Phalanx is indeed one of the first things that people talk about when they bring up Shadow of the Colossus, and not just because it's in the late game, or because of the amazing fight it's so proud of, but because it encapsulates the entire point of the game right here in the moment. Phalanx woke up from its century of sleep in order to see Wander coming in to shoot it out of the sky and actively try to kill it for poorly justified reasons. Phalanx does not attack Wander at all. And then finally, you do eventually kill Phalanx and get to watch it fall out of the sky in a dead heap of dirt-encrusted rocks. And the player who thinks about it will have this on their mind. Why the fuck did I just do that? Or some variation on such, because you now clearly see the consequences of being the hero of this journey. Wander, and for your bastardry, I will award the dead pile a clear 10 Triforces because it's literal perfection. Although I'm not sure that's a comfort from the dead zone. Fun. Okay, I'll say it again. You get to jump from Argo running full speed under the wing of a dragon running around the battlefield, climb up and stab it in the eye while starting around. Do you really want more from a boss fight beyond how cool this already is? Okay, I guess you could ask for a couple of things, like how I missed the jump that I don't have to wait 10 minutes to set it all up again and still have the same chance of missing again. But I guess it's fair to fail because you fucked up, instead of the design being janky from the start. I don't feel I have to justify fun and achievement for this fight beyond my current gushes, so I'll give Phalanx a well-deserved 9 2/3 Triforces for being generally epic. Phalanx has always earned high marks as a boss fight for most of its players. That it being late in the game is going to be one of the major things the player thinks about when remembering this game. And with the poignant message, it'll make you feel sad and ashamed when you do relive its death scene in your mind. But we've also got to remember that Phalanx is more than just a plot point and a feature in this game, but it's also a great boss fight that can teach future games how to do it right, and fully deserves its final score of 29 Triforces. I guess all I can leave you with is this final message that I have yet to play a perfect boss, and even one as great as this aren't above a few issues. Sorry guys if that entire spiel sounds more like Kaz, but I was following the script he left me to read here, which definitely sets up Phalanx as a standing part of the game in most cases. I also know that Kaz always leaves his videos off with this, so I'll sign myself out with a victory for gamers, and I do hope to see you next time.